Hi. If you didn't realize, this is just me ranting about the lore of the Legendaries. If you want the base odds, here they are. If not, enjoy the show. Howdy, hey gamers. Today we're going to be talking about the Legendaries of Loomian Legacy, the Roamings. Now, the Roamings are kind of like the Legendaries back in, what are they called? Pokemon Brick Bronze. Except not many of them can be found that easily, I suppose. You can always trade for one, I guess. But most of the roamings can be found anywhere with a 1 in 1,000 chance, no boost or charm. Yeah, I said that right. 1 in 500 with just charm, 1 in 250 with just boost, and 1 in 125 with just with boost and charm. I'll put that up on the screen if I remember. Some can be soft reset in specific places, and if they are soft reset, I'll make sure to tell you and mention where they are. I'll show you too. So yeah, subscribe, leave a comment, and don't forget to watch my giveaway video, because yeah. Alright, so let's move on to Deskit. Here we are, the place where we first see the Deskito. We're about to collect like what's it called, a corrupted rock or whatever from right here, and then Deskito appears behind us and attacks us. Now look here. This is a grave. And Deskit has a theory that it's a dead Kleptyke. So my theory is that it guards this general area because its owner's grave is here, and it doesn't want anyone else to suffer the same fate as him or his owner. Now, what's the solid evidence? Well, I spent like a solid 10 minutes just searching for the NPC that said he was a dead Kleptyke, or like... No, yeah, that an accident had occurred in the woods and like the son was buried here. Or something like that, yeah. Could have sworn I had a point. 1 second. Alright, nearly forgot to mention. Deskit has an ability called Harmonize that has a 50% chance of carrying its nature over to the opposing Loomians. Yes, that's confirmed. That's why people hunt with Deskit so often. Oh, ew, I have to change that. The best nature for it in PvP is Nimble and Smart, or Smart, I'm sorry. And yeah, let's go see that NPC now. Here we are, the NPC that tells the story of the tragic accident in the woods. I heard the forest behind Cheshire Town is guarded by a spirit. Rumor has it that a Loomian and its trainer were involved in a tragic accident and both passed away in the woods. The family of the trainer buried his body under a beautiful tree, and the boy's Loomian watches over the area. That's such a fascinating story, but the idea of a spirit in those woods has kept me from ever exploring it. You're a wimp. But yeah, see? And we think it's a Kleptyke because of the resemblance, but who knows? Anyways, on to Igezune. Alright, so here we are, the place where we first see Igezune. So the first time we see it comes smashing through the window up there, and then it gets corrupted. Like I said, I think he was trying to save us, but then I accidentally got corrupted, but that's a different story. It appears to be a fox spirit of sorts, and the backstory is that it used to fight alongside a samurai and defend the people, which is why its Lumipedia entry is along the lines of like every so often when there's like a natural disaster about to happen, it comes by and warns them. Let's see if that's right. Come on, you can do it. Yup, the lightning it summoned from the sky would light the battlefield, smiting those who threatened its home. Now it roams the world, warning people of disasters to come. Exactly, yep. And it probably sent something up with here, but then it got corrupted, and that's unfortunate. Now, there's a few other things about Igezune, like the comparison between it and a Revnine, and the piece of the sword that lives in the temple pagoda thing over in this direction. Here, I'll show that next. Here we have the pagoda place where the other half of Ikezune's sai on its head is stored. So a sai, I'm assuming, is like a sword, unless I'm just supposed to say sword and not sai. So the story of this little horn right here is it's this half of the sword that its owner used to carry, and then this is the other half. So apparently when this becomes reunited with this, it'll get a boost in power, I think. Here, let's confirm that. That's not it. There we go. Oh yeah, it is a sai. I'm right. Aha! So this is what I was going to get into. Maybe eventually we will be able to claim this piece and give Igezune a power boost. But it's right here, you dingleberry. Okay. So anyways, on to the Revenine thing. Aha! So it said that long ago, Igezune and Revenine were the same type of Loomian. Interessant croissant, right? You good? And then there's a statue of Revenine out here. Yup, and like you can kind of see the resemblance too. That floof, the fire, the tail, just less poofier. Whatever. Now we're gonna move on to Protogon. Nearly forgot to mention the best PvP nature. It's supposed to be nimble or smart. I would prefer nimble though, because otherwise, believe it or not, Obsidian can outspeed it, and that's not something you want. So yeah, now we move on to Protogon. If you couldn't tell, there have been a lot of spoilers already, but right now this might be the biggest one. So yeah, just skip past this. I'll say the PvP nature first is nimble. Like you don't want smart, you want it to have that extra boost in speed. And now we go into Protogon. So he's the first time we see him, he's like right here. He's sitting here. Dr. Vanta had made him as a result of his research. It's supposed to be one of the most powerful Lumines ever. So he brought it to life first with these soul crystals over here, and then he put the corrupt juice into him. I don't know what else to call it. And it actually kind of would work too if it hadn't started to go insane. If you've noticed, it's not too bulky and has incredible attack R, and we'll go into that later. Like there actually might be a reason for that, depending on one of his other projects. Apparently, I actually got everything. So yeah, that's Protogon. And make sure you use a metal essence to make up for the lack of smart, I think. And yeah, let's move on to Mutagon. I'm sorry, I forgot to narrate it. Okay, yeah, so once again, spoiler warning. I'll just say the nature and stuff right here now. You're going to want Brawny or Nimble. I don't know. The PvP people are insane. I would just do Brawny with Heavy Fists. Or Tank, yeah. So, yeah, just do Brawny. Do it. And here is where we find Mutagon. It's actually the first soft reset Loomian, and it was meant to be a prototype to the protogon. So yeah, first you're gonna have to do all these sorts of puzzles and whatever. I sucked at them. I had to look them up. I was trash. And then down there, you find a Mutagon. So Mutagon was actually one of his first, Vanta's first experiments, except it went like insane and nearly killed the future Battlestar champion Faust. Vanta was just barely able to fix her with his mechanical know-how, and because of that, to make sure that no other accidents happened, he locked Mutagon right here, never to be seen again, until we find him, because we're nosy little losers. What else is there? He is an M attacker, and he's very bulky, which is the opposite of Protogon. Now, I think Vanta built Protogon with that in mind. He didn't want it to be anything like Mutagon. He still wanted it to be very overpowered for whatever reason, like 145 at level 45, just wow. But yeah, he didn't want any accidents like that to happen again. Which, I mean, it's understandable, but let's be honest, Protogon probably would have caused so much more havoc if we didn't kill it right then and there, like the corruption in it. It would have absolutely decimated everything. So yeah, here's Mutagon. Alright, yeah. And yes, I did the math. Mutagon would win against Protogon if used right. So, like, if you have a tank, and it can tank like a Thunder Strike and then use a Brawn Boost and use a Quick Punch, I think. Okay, so maybe mine would lose, but whatever. And yeah. This is an alpha one, by the way. They normally look purple. So, moving on to the next official roam before the events. Cephalops. So here we have where we find Cephalops and the Deep Lake Tomb. This is actually the second soft reset Loomian besides Mutagon. And, yeah, here we can see some shattered eggs. and apparently this one might be the only one that survived. So there isn't much that I can connect it to the plot with. I can't remember anything except for the earthquakes. What I'm more worried about is what in the heck killed this thing. Like, I'm worried it's just going to eat me right here, right now. That's terrifying. But yeah, I can't think of anything else. This is where you find it. You have to go in the UMV to find it. To do so, you need to do a bunch of of the mining mini games. Is there anyone around here that I can use? It's convenient. Oh, so like you'll see one of these, and there'll be these like little circular things that you can get. I already collected all of them because I was able to go in there. And you just click the door, and it'll put them in for you. Yep, as you can see, I already did all of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It took a lot of grinding, so be prepared. Yep, it is soft resettable, and the door does save if you leave, if you haven't finished all the relics yet. So you can like leave 3 in here and leave the game, and those 3 will still be there. And yep, that's Cephalops. Let's move on to the events now. So here we have Metronet. You would find it by going into this portal thing and then soft resetting it at the door after telling it no. It would ask you for like 25 candies or something, and if you said no, it would start the encounter, in which you could just soft reset it over and over again. I soft resetted this demon for a whole day, quite literally. Never found anything. Like, its sound still haunts my dreams. I don't know why I haven't deleted this yet. Probably because it's at least decent in PvP. Yeah, I can't think of anything that connects it to like the overworld or the plot, except that it gave this guy nightmares. So that implies that there could be like future Lumines that can interfere with the human's mind. So yeah, that's it. Its PvP nature is either nimble or smart, though I would probably go for like I said, we're gonna go for I would go for smart maybe, but apparently I got nimble, so I guess that works too. So yep, that's Metronet. We're gonna go on to Nimirna now. Forgot to mention that Metronet is the 3rd soft resettable Loomian after Mutagon and Cephalops. Now we can move on. Since both the event areas for both Nimurai and Wobelisk were closed, we're just going to do them in my favorite place, the Goppy Pond. So Nimurai, so yeah, it's a little fairy goblin little thing. I named mine Shrek. Well, I named one of them Shrek. I have like 4 because Nimurai is too hard to both say and spell. So yep. As far as I know, there were no relevant plot connections. The only reason it existed was because it was eating the sweets. Wait, hold up. Was it eating the sweets or the living sweets? So anyways, it could be summoned by placing a cake on a pedestal. You could place multiple cakes, which makes it soft resettable, and therefore the 4th soft resettable Lumine besides Wobelisk. And, yep, that's it. The best natures for it, I think, were smart. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure it's either smart or, like, clever or something. And then Wobelisk is accurately named Despair. So it can be found by soft resetting. Not soft resetting, I'm sorry. It could be found after getting the Jade Key and opening the gate. Then you could, like, get this. Both Nimurai and Wobelisk were events in, like, these things. There would be, like, one right here. And, yep. That's the only way you could get them. I don't remember any relevant connections to the plot with Wobelisk. Like, I barely remember anything at all. Like, this is like one of the most mysterious ones in my opinion. Yeah, like what's that even supposed to mean? Anyways, so as far as I remember, it was either smart or some defensive nature. So, yep, have fun with that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and leave a comment. And yes, all of the roamings except for the events can be found in the wild with a 1 in 1,000 chance. Excepting if you have the boost and charm. So yep, see you next time.